and I have my opinion about, collegiate athletes and the systems that they run.
We should get a check.
Yeah, right. 100%. Are you allowed to say that?
Hell yeah, man. Can we curse?
Yeah,
on
of
here?
course.
Fuck the NCAA, man.
Yeah, I say it all the time. I scream, dude. It's $1 billion. Just March Madness alone. March Madness alone is $1 billion.
$1 billion, and we don't get shit.
You don't get shit.
I went to the Final Four my junior year. The only thing we got to pick out of we got to pick a gift out of a room. Probably the room wasn't even that crazy, but it was like it had some TVs, some headset, headphones over there. I'm just sitting there looking. We won the national championship my junior year, and they gave us rings. I'm looking like these cubic zirconium ass fucking dime. I'm like, y'all make billions of dollars on us every year for the same shit. Yeah, and there's no compensation, nothing.
Not even free food.
Not free. No, it's absurd, bro.
Not even free food. Not even free lodging. And then they sort of put I see stories all the time. Not all the time, but often enough to where it raises my question. Some of these athletes that could have a better opportunity if they were allowed to really concentrate on studies and sports, not having to worry about going to go work after school to be able to buy food, eating ramen noodles as good as they are. It's not healthy for an athlete. And the fact that they take advantage to that scenario, it's so irresponsible, and I don't see a future in where this continues to last that long.
No,
dude.
definitely. I think
it's ticking. For
them.
I
think it's definitely ticking. And don't get me wrong. I'm a logical person. I try to be realistic and everything, and I get the aspect of, oh, you guys get a free education. You guys don't have to worry about student loans. I get that aspect of it, but you gotta realize a lot of people come from no money. A lot of people come from single parent households. Luckily, I had both parents in my life, but we didn't come from money. Yeah. So what we have really a full-time job in college sports, because you start the day. Sometimes you have a morning practice or morning lift or something. You do that in the morning. You go to class. Then you have practice at night. The afternoon. We always had practice at 3:00. That went from 3 to 6. Then from 6 to whatever you were free, but you had to do your work. And at Nova, we had to do all work. Yeah. No one did our damn work. We had to do our work ourselves. Yeah. So we had to maybe have a study hall after that. But that's the whole day. So it's we come from not really much money. We can't kind of start our own business. We can't start, because if you do that, we start a t-shirt and we promote it on Instagram. You do that, it's a violation, because it's you're using your likeness to benefit you. But it's
it's yours.
But it's me. This is me. So you're saying I can't do this. I can't do it. And there was actually one time in my junior, I want to say my sophomore, my junior year, when my parents had to move, and I was sitting there debating. I'm like, dang, should I try to get a job out here but it was I couldn't do it. So I was should I just try to get a job? I have no idea where I'll get the time to do that, but should I get a job so I can send them some money, every month or something like that? So it's there's not I don't think there's a bright future for the NCAA, man. It's not. It's
unfair.
It's unfair. It's such a bullshit organization.
It's not. It's predatory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what sort of option do you have, right? Coming. I grew up in Mexico, in Ciudad Juarez, right? But people that live in low income communities, and somebody comes to them and is like, "Hey, come play basketball." So it's not like, "Hey, come work at this incredible job." It's come play basketball. That's fun. You want to do that. Yeah. Anybody in the world would want it. The number one job in the world that I think anybody would pick any day of the week is to be an athlete, because you get to have fun, and then you get the love of the people as long as you're winning.
Definitely.
And all that. So of course it's good. So they sort of take advantage of that sort of opportunity, and they said, dude, you can go on to be an NBA player and do great things. Not that you need to go to college to do that. Obviously, we've seen it when people skip. But the amount of stuff that they make you guys do, the amount of requirements, the amount of stuff that they get to benefit from just for giving you an education and not allowing you to go into debt, the majority of college students, that's where the predatory stuff comes in. And they put you guys in a position to break the law.
Really? They really do.
They put you in a position to break the law more than they put you in a position to succeed. And that's a problem. Because if I'm an athlete and I'm working my ass off in school, because sometimes it doesn't pan out and I want to have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
And I want to do what I love to do for a living. So you're trying hard there. And then on top of that, they expect you to go get a job to eat.
Yeah.
That's super. That's out of order if you ask me, man.
It was just trash. Like, when I tell you, I don't know how many times. And I remember like vividly, just like my freshman year. So me and my girlfriend now, we dated. We met each other in high school. Started dating in high school. So she went to Rutgers, her first couple of years. So I went to Nova. So there was a SEPTA to the New Jersey train system. So I would go on and I would go see her and she would see me or whatever. But when I told you, I can't remember how many times I had to ask some of like my classmates, Daryl Reynolds or Chris Jenkins, like, bro, like, can I just get $20 so I can catch these couple of trains? Like, $20, like, I'm sitting
a literal
there playing,
superstar.
Literally, like, going there. You know, I'm going to Villanova at the time. Villanova was a good program. You know, we won 2 national championships in the last 4 years. Like, dog, like, I'm going there. Like, I'm just saying, I'm like, yo, can I get $20 just to go do it? Like, you know how many times I had negative money in my account? Like, I'm just, like, it's absurd, and it's just something.
It shouldn't be that way when you're such a big part of that multi-billion-dollar industry.
Exactly.
It should never be that way.
Exactly.
And when I say that they put you in a position to commit a crime or to do illegal shit, is because what are you supposed to do when you don't? Where your body just says and your brain just says, "Yo, just go to sleep, man."
Yeah.
You know, instead of going to work to get money to eat, just go to sleep. Or you can, you know, post a picture on Instagram where you're wearing, you know, some apparel from some people and they sleep. I'm not saying, you know, that's what happened,
but it happens.
Like, it's easier to have that opportunity to get paid under the table, to make ends meet. And I'm not talking about for you to go out partying. I'm not talking about for you to go to Vegas, for you to get on a flight and go. I'm talking about for your living, to buy a new shirt so you're presentable, to get, you know, whatever food, like more than just like, ramen noodles, like as good as they are. Guys.
Exactly. They had that whole, you know, last year or two, they had the whole FBI scandals, and, you know, when, you know, and they got, you know, guys on recording saying, you know, paying for players or giving, you know, or get caught, well, agents giving players money or whatever. But it's like, what do you expect? It's like, y'all sitting here saying, all right, y'all can come here, you get lodging, you get to eat at the dining hall, but that's about it. You can get an education, and at the end of the day, don't get me wrong, you know, a lot of guys are going to be there for 1 year. Like, there's only so much you can learn in that one, and some guys aren't even at school for a 4 year. Like, they'll go, but once they lose in March Madness, they're gone. Or they don't make March Madness, they leave school. So, I mean, at the end of the day, some like that education, that 4 or 5 month span of getting, like, it doesn't change lives. You know what I mean? So, you know, you have all these, so you're acting surprised that people are like, yeah, we'll pay X amount of money for this guy, or we'll give you this amount of money. It's like, what do you expect? Like, what do you expect them to do? They don't have nothing growing up, and then you can't do anything in college. So then someone flashes some money around. It's like, what do you expect them to do?
Yeah.
You're like, they never seen this kind of money before. And so it's like, you really expect them to sit there and be like, no, I'm not going to do that because it mess up my eligibility, or no, they're going to do that. Yeah, they're going to take care of themselves. They're going to take care of their family, and you breed that to being a big possibility just because you want to be stubborn and get labor for free. You want to benefit from free labor.
It disguised as a free education.
Exactly.
When education should be free to fucking begin with.
It should be. It really should be.
You want to. You some of the nerve of some of these people who call themselves Americans. I don't want to get into too political shit, 'cause I can't. But the fact that these institutions call themselves American institutions and they do something that's un-American as not provide free education or healthcare, get the fuck out of here.
It's crazy. And like I said, no, and this is no shot at, you know, the individual schools, or no shot at Villanova, because I loved my time at Villanova. I wouldn't change it for the world. But it's more. It's just the NCAA. That's the bigger picture, and that's the bullshit organization. And obviously, everyone has to. That's the biggest one. So the school's got to fall in line and being you know, within the rules and the guidelines of what the NCAA proposes and what they pass, and et cetera, et cetera. But it's really. Man, it's so bullshit, man. I hate it. I've said that from the beginning. Yeah, I would say that to the end.
Yeah, especially because you went through that institution.
Yeah, I went there for 4 years. I got my. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for my degree. If I didn't if I didn't hoop, I didn't get a scholarship, I'm not sure if I would have went to college. I definitely would have been able to go. I would not have been able to go to Villanova.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm logical and I'm trying to be realistic about everything. But it's like,
yeah, but you made it, right? You were good enough to make it. And you were smart enough to get the education and get the full 100 out of it. But what about all the other ones that don't make it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they make you live like shit, and we'll get off the topic, but they'll make you live like shit for 2 years, work your ass off and treat you the way they treat you, to kick you off, lose your scholarship, and now you just wasted 2 years that you could have been working somewhere. So like that to me is, again, the bullshit part of it all.
Yeah.
You know, because
No,
what are you
definitely.
supposed to do? How unfair is that, man? That they dangle this like incredible thing, and some people just don't make it. You know what I'm saying? And then they trap you, saying it's like, well, you're already kind of pot committed, so why don't you just stay, get a student loan? We'll help you get a student loan, and then we'll help you finish. So now you're in debt.
Yeah, now you got to pay that money.
He's like, you'll still ride the bench, but we're no longer gonna pay for your college.
Exactly.
So now that's when it's really like shitty, man, and it pisses me off. I want to get off of it because I'll continue to get mad.
Yeah, this can be a whole day rant of us.
Yeah. So.